Hey guys, this is GamerKel. Welcome back to Touhou, the Genius of Savros. So last time, Counterpart Point 5, you know, of sorts, you would have seen I basically went back to the Garden of the Sun to do a redux and get some extra sunflower seeds, because we didn't get any during the grinding of that part. There were also 3 large enemies that we didn't get to fight too, so now we fought all of those. Got all the stuff. Let's show what party we're going to be using for this, and as a result of that, let's just see how things are going to go. So we're going with a very heavily physical party this time, because now we've got all of our physical attackers in place. We can start doing that. So I'm basically going to use Notori instead of Yomu, because Notori can set up a bit quicker, and really, Notori's just good. For just now. I actually didn't use Notori very often during my first playthrough, but now, especially because I did go ahead and make her tier 3 gun, she's actually surprisingly good. I will admit I didn't think she was going to be as good as she is. The fire weakness might be a little bit of an issue. I don't remember how much fire there is in this place, but I may have to switch out that, and I really should, I think, because I don't need headshot goggles anymore. The carbine has plus 40 accuracy over its predecessor, so she has very accurate sort of slaying and stuff at the moment. So I think I'm just going to run the heatwave amulet here when I find it. That is, it is going to be over here. There we go. Because, yeah, I still have 158 accuracy. That is more than enough to make sure that I hit just about every monster here without too much issue. So, yeah, didn't really think of that before, but whatever. Moko, like I said, the frozen plate is going to be her armor so that she mitigates her water weakness. And it's pretty good for the physical defense too. You see, I made her tier 3 fist, which has very strong resistance to restrict status, so that is sleep, paralysis, and petrify. And she can also silence enemies a lot, which will prevent them from casting magic, which is really good, because magic is kind of annoying. Still giving her the acute soul, because +1 bomb is more important on her than on my commander, since Moko has so few bombs to begin with here. Very, very important for me to have this here, I feel. And then some basic physical attack here, because why not, you know. Notori's got Rage Toker 2, Rage Toker 1 can go here instead, and naturally enough, Sakuya still has Strength Ring, so it works out quite nicely. Speaking on Sakuya, we do have her 3rd tier Greatsword now. So she has a little bit less accuracy than before, but because of the headshot goggles, it's still good at 154. And this has a Slayer against Birds, Beast, Plants, as you can see. Good against quick status, so Daze Shock and, you know, lots of stun-based status. And also one of the other annoying quick statuses we'll see in this stage. Pretty good to have that reduction here. I might even consider switching out the Strength Ring, because that would cut, what, 9 attack? That is fairly significant, but I might actually consider putting on the Pocket Watch to further increase resistance to quick status here, because there are some annoying quicks in this particular stage. And you know what, we're going to do that. We're going to try it out. A little bit less power, but this should give us a 3-stage resistance, because I think that's how this would stack. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I'm fairly... I mean, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh well, it's not too big a deal. Marissa is pretty much the same as she was before, except now she has some extra magic attack and HP, because she is the most fragile member of the party, so she can gain the extra HP, and the magic attack goes quite well to give her a ridiculous total right now. The bracelets of insight will almost always be better than the wisdom rings, so they should be the first things that you equip. So wisdom ring 1 would not do nearly as much magic attack here. It might be 5 or 6 at most, not 10. So yeah, bracelets of insight are the way to go. Of course, she's still using the magic booster, even though that's quite outdated by now, because that's just how strong this Mystic Enhance is. Like, 20% Mystic damage up when she uses mostly Mystic attacks is crazy good. Cannot underestimate that. And then Sanai, I've given her tier 3 armor, so it's not even tier 3 technically, it's tier 2. Because armors are weird, but it's the one that needs the sunflower seeds, so that's why I called it tier 3. And it has obviously good strength against death and removal, and it gives her 2 extra bombs, which is really good for party revive and you know, revives in general and party heals. So that's good reason, as good a reason as any to get this armor. Also really good magic defense, so she actually has some magic defense now, which is nice. Accessory wise, basically resistance to everything is what I'm trying to get here. Restrict, I guess, is not resisted because the resist gear I have is not as good. Yeah, I think I may have missed one somewhere, because I have, you know, 50% resistance to disable and mind control, but I think I only have 25% resist to restrict. So unless that accessory was just weaker and I didn't see, I don't know. Yeah, but basically she's going to be resistant to a whole bunch of stuff, and it should be pretty good. And that is our general team, and then we have Aya as the commander, once again sporting the party experience and the melon sword for her own experience. Aya, although she's only level, she's only like 1 level below Alice now, but she is my lowest level character, and you never know when you're going to need to have paparazzi, so that's why we're going to go with Aya. As this is such a heavily physical formation, party setup, the Kompaku sword style seems to be a reasonable fit here, so that's what we're gonna try. And yeah, this is entering stage 10 now. So there's a few doors you can go in here. You can actually enter all 3 of these, I believe, and they have varying things in them, including these. This is our enemy sprite for the stage, is these very freaky bunny things that don't have faces. Yeah, I don't know either. So that room is completely devoid of stuff. I don't think I missed anything there, and I just want to double check because I think that left room is actually the one we need to proceed through. So here you have the element guard, which is going to be good against the core elements. So fire, water, earth and electric at the same time. It's pretty powerful in that sense. Like if you just need a blanket, or if you only need a 25% resistance to something, that accessory serves as a pretty powerful addition to that. Anyway, unfortunately I do feel like Sanai is vital to this stage because of these two. Partly because of these two, mostly because of other stuff as well, but these enemies will demonstrate why I think she's vital here. So Scorpio, as you can see, is an upgraded version of that hard disk drive enemy from before, so this will have HDD crash that will attempt to remove your entire party. And then the Low Ninja is rather fast, and I think he has instant death on some of his attacks, and additionally he also does blindness and maybe poison with a bomb or something. It is a warrior, however, so Notori does get Slayer there. And sure, will Ultimate Division res buff here. I don't have a magic buff for Marissa in this party because I don't really feel it's as necessary. This party's heavily physical, so yeah. And it's actually really cool the way this party's set up, because we have one of every physical attack type here. We have Moko using her strike weapon, Sakuya is using her slash weapon, and Notori is using her stab weapon. It's a very rare occurrence in my own experience to have the all of the elements represented that way. Absolutely awesome to do. Anyway, we have a Hinotori Feather for Moko crafting. Moko's crafting stuff didn't take as many character-specific parts as Notori did to do stuff. So different characters have got different costs for their stuff as well, which is a little bit odd, but you know, it makes sense in a way because not all of these characters get picked up at the same time. I'm mostly just trying to make sure here that I'm not missing anything too important. Oops.
Because, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could easily get missed at this stage, and I don't want to accidentally miss things. I'm most likely going to, so we're going to have to get that to catch up. Yeah, that's Blood Bomb with Inflict Blindness, so we definitely don't want to get hit by that. Freeze Ray is column-based, so there's a little
bit of weakness to it in this party, but not excessively so. And you can see Moko is extremely fast with her basic physicals. Obviously helped by the speed up there. Okay, so the biggest threat here is the Moonrace, which is luckily a magician, so we do have Slayer against that as well, with Notori. But this evil person can cast Time Stop, which is a party-wide mystic damage attack that will inflict the stop status on you. So that status will basically act like a couple of turns of paralysis, and it's really annoying, and I don't like it, so I'm going to punch it in the face and hope that I lower its induction. Otherwise, the Lycanthrope I think can do stuff like Hellclaw Assassination, but it does count as a beast, so Sakuya will have Slayer here. I can hit 2 enemies, but not all of them. Let's just use a bomb then. Res buff against the Time Stop and Napalm in the center. I think the wolves can also use Lunatic Howl, which is Great Confusion, I believe. So that's kind of annoying, but yeah. Obviously with a Slayer they wouldn't be quite as big a deal, but there's the Time Stop, and it does a lot of damage in addition to trying to inflict stops, so if you don't have Sana in the party, it can be annoying. And I guess I don't have a Slayer against that type. That type is not a beast, I guess it's a Transcendent? Or something? I don't even know, I can't remember. It's the same type that Alice is. I think Alice is classed as a Transcendent, right? But whatever. I don't have Slayer, that's the most important part, but I still do a good amount of damage because, hey, it's freaking Sakuya. So as you can see, that brightly coloured door is not a door we can go through, so keep that in mind. That is going to come into play as we go along. Get an Elemental Sphere, pretty good if we can use it later. And we have a stronger Yukari, who is gonna kick our butt for being a surprise attacker. So, Yukari Sisters is what these guys are. This is the upgraded form of the Yukari. You will get 3030 experience if you take them out. I guess the logic being that it is 3 single Yukari stacked on top of each other. And the Vermilion one looks super happy. I am tempted to go ahead and use my Aya skill here, but I don't think I'm going to. We're going to buff accuracy just to try and make sure that we hit with people here, assuming it doesn't just run. And hopefully, yeah, it just runs. That's a shame. There is actually a drop off of the Yukari Sisters as well, which we would like to pick up later, but for now, not too big a deal. Whoa, hello! You kinda came out of nowhere. We fought these guys before, I don't need to fight them again. Just double checking all these rooms, of course, to make sure there are no hidden boxes behind stuff, because this stage is very, very crafty for that. So just be careful with that. Thoroughly explore the areas and you will find all the boxes. If you notice, we didn't get a single new weapon from the items in the last stage.
So, we fought all of these monsters before, but the moon race will probably stop us from retreating here with its time stop. So we're going to have to just do this fight anyway, I think. So we do have a lot of enemies coming back from the previous stage, and that's really to be expected with the way this game works. But now we fight them in different formations where we're fighting them all at the same time. Both teams, yeah, both groups. Also, I didn't realise I'd be able to sweep the slash. Should have really done that. So, the other news there is you saw Enervation. It's a party-wide earth attack that will attempt to inflict physical and magic attack down against you. It's super annoying and we don't like it, so we try not to actually let that hit us too much. And just have physical attack on there, so here I don't see the point in doing anything else. Because, yeah, that's all we really need to do.
So there we go. We have another enemy over here to avoid, except we don't...
avoid it because the tracking from these guys seems to be a bit better than the other enemies. I don't remember if these guys have a drop that I want. But I guess I may as well kill them anyway, it's not that big a deal. Just res buff and yeah. But yeah, Moko's regular physical attacks can even go ahead of Marissa, that's how fast she is. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. I mean, part of that is because... Wow, Marissa's just getting wrecked here. Part of it is because the formation, so the front row does get speed up compared to the back row.
But even so, that's kind of crazy to think. Marissa's just about the fastest character we normally use. You know, outside of Aya, I think she is the fastest character. So, yeah, to have somebody outspeed her is a little bit, almost unsettling. So there's nothing in this room apparently. There's a lot of dead rooms in this place, and it's kind of weird design when you think about it, but there's also some boxes. I guess the room directly below us had the elemental sphere, so this room has the art of war, which is the physical equivalent, so... wow, your targeting was ridiculous. Okay, so we have finally got an upgrade to the land turtle from way back when, and it is the metal turtle. Still weak to water, so I'm gonna... Although it is very resistant to stab, so I don't know how Notori's actually gonna work here. Do I want a power direction, maybe, to try and get some instant death off here? Res buff because the tiger has Nash, which is quite dangerous, and super napalm. It's not even super, it's just regular napalm, but yeah, there is indeed a cover going off here. Also, the turtle can attack twice, which is really annoying, because its attack goes very quickly too, so... Yeah, you can see just how little damage Notori actually did there, and Moko kind of gets wrecked. Well then, that's what happens when you get targeted by every attack of the turn, I suppose, but not really one I wanted to see there, I'm going to be honest with you. And I could revive, I suppose, but I think it's better if I just finish him off here. Yeah, so Deva Stand is a magic attack, so casting that silence meant that it couldn't actually do that. Holy hell! That guy just got bodied so hardcore. 2,800 damage, really? That was so dumb. And Moko automatically revives with only 1 HP, but 1 HP is all you really need to punch somebody in the face. Yeah, Moko's so badass that she punches a crocodile in the face, because, yeah, wrestling with crocodiles. Truly the manliest of sports. So, if we go down here, I think this has a box somewhere. Feels like this should have a box, but it doesn't, apparently. I don't know, but if we go all the way down, then we shall actually hit an exit point of no return. Ah, there's the box. I get you, sneaky box. Dark armor. Ooh, how dark and mysterious. Well, let's just equip it to you because you kind of need that. So, even stronger than the blessed armor, which I probably should have put on already, but I forgot. And yeah, it gives some physical defense, and if we went down there we would be at one of those points of no return sort of things. The maps that we have to, or the one-way doors, there you go. Couldn't think of what I wanted to say there. Also, mid-stage cutscene, and there's a video game being played. Looks like it's being played on a NES, really. So yeah, this is technically a new stage, so it's not really a mid-stage cutscene, but it's a mid-area cutscene, so yeah, how indeed will that turn out? Unfortunately, we already know how that turns out, because... what exactly have you been doing, Kaguya? So what is this game all about? I wonder if the Anaba's bought it. Okay, fair enough. I don't like Kaguya as a character, but in this game she's just so friggin' adorable. Look at that. It is indeed from the outside. Yeah. It doesn't look that bad. Yeah. What's wrong? Yep. Raisin and Tay did indeed fall last main part, so yeah, we're going to be arriving pretty soon. And Kaguya doesn't care. Oh no, she died. No. Hand waving. It really is an NES. Look at that, is definitely an NES controller style for this. Oh man. Yeah, she is just full of it. There. What's up? Yeah, it kind of is. Ooh, that other group, huh? You mean the ones causing the incident? Dormant so far, huh? Well, yeah, that's it, isn't it? If the perpetrators do not act, then what are you supposed to do about it? So just go back to your game. Evil grin. Wherein is evil and full of grins, and yes, that is what we shall do. So, ambush straight away from the enemy here, and I got myself stuck in the corner. We've already fought all of these monsters before. They're boring and uninteresting, so we're not going to bother fighting them all again. Is there anything down here? There is not, so we shall just keep on going, and we might end up just getting through all of this in one go. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna miss items and stuff if I do that. I want up here, but I don't want to get ambushed. There we go. So we get ourselves another box, which has another sunflower seed. Okay, I actually forgot that that was here. I could still use it for other stuff though, so it's not as if I got all the items I would ever want from tier 3. So also there's a box right here which caught me out the first time I played this. So this shield, Perseus's shield, is amazing against Petrify. So it fully shuts down petrification. If you ever are against a boss or other party that will petrify you all the time, use that shield because it's perfect against it. It does. I do not believe that petrification works on anybody that Alice is covering though, if you try and do that. Also, this is an evil, dark, scary room that we shall explore in a little bit, because we have other places in here to go first. Or do we? That is the question. Because we already went there. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure there was a way. Ooh! Okay. We haven't fought this yet. Virtue. It's the upgraded angel. So, wish I had my foreign god slayer still, but I do not, so we're just gonna have to take her out quickly. The other enemies, one is weak to light, and fire, one is weak to earth, and I don't think fire. So I guess we're just gonna have to go with that. Full Moon Revenge and res buff here, and we shall Earthlight Ray turn 1, I think, because that virus is it's a bit of a thing. Oh yes, we got silence on it. That's perfect, because the angels love to use Star Shining and all sorts of other magic based attacks here, and it can't use that now, which is really good. Like the other angels and stuff, it does get 2 actions per turn, so you know, it doesn't always use them, but it does get 2 actions per turn. That accuracy debuff on Sakuya is really annoying. I'm not a fan of that. You can see just how much health these guys have though, because it survived all of that punishment with almost half its health. Kinda crazy. Does this hit everything? Yes it does, so we'll use that, and guess I'll use an accuracy buff then. That cancels out the debuff, so that should be good, and we'll hit with Napalm as well. Now hopefully we'll take everything out this turn. Oh, she still hit anyway because her accuracy is good enough, I guess. Or mostly because I cancelled it out first. And there we go, Angel Voice. I don't remember what Angel Voice does, but I think it's some sort of status effect. I think it's Charm. It's either Charm or Silence or something that way. But yeah, she couldn't use it, and Shining Stars of course couldn't get used either because it's a magic attack as well. So yeah, it kind of got neutered. Unfortunately, we didn't get the item drop from them. Wow, these bunnies are just like super good at homing in. I forgot how good the enemies got at stuff like that later on. Anyway, we have dragon maids here as well, because of course every good mansion has to have dragon maids, right? That's totally how it works. And yeah, they are dragon based, so they I believe they're resistant to the 4 main elements, and not a whole lot else. But they might be resistant to stab and stuff as well. But also sweeping is there. Sweeping it's a column based attack that casts Dispel, but we have a resistance buff, so it kind of mitigates that a fair bit. What do I want to do? I think I just want to Mach Punch here, and maybe go Sunny Strike to hit both of these at the same time, and you just party heal because you've got the bombs and stuff to do it, and laser these two because why not? Silence I don't think matters too much. Sweeping is physical. Ooh, and we get a thing off of the other character too, the dragon, the moon race, and off the dragon maid. Okay, good. I forget what we get from these. I think it might be bamboo from the dragon maid, and okay, it's a magic medal. That's still good, still good. Yeah, we didn't go this way. So what is over here again? There's a couple of doors. And we get ambushed. I don't really want to do this fight because we've already fought all these monsters before. Pretty sure they have stuff that I want, but we'll take a look at that later. And yeah, definitely don't want to do that one with its reflect. There you saw the Dispel effect coming into play. So that shows that they can do that, and they can get through that gap. There's nothing even in here. Oh, and they're probably gonna have damage net come up here. I'm gonna have to do this fight anyway, so heck yeah, I guess we'll be back in a sec. Okay, where was I? Yeah, there's nothing in this room, so there's a lot of dead rooms in this place, and freaking you just can't get away from the enemies here. There are too many enemies, way too many. So this door is a permanent
entry point, I guess. I hate when this thing is involved because it means I can't just run away and it sucks. Yeah, it's not good. I don't like it. I guess we'll just res buff and laser this. It's not like it's hard to kill. I actually didn't really want to double cast out or whatever. It's not as if it's too hard to kill, it's just that it takes... it means I have to do the fight, because if I don't do the fight then, you know... Also, Noko's regular, like, bomb skills and stuff like that
can also inflict the status of her weapon, which is good, and the Tori does get a level out of that, so it's not as if it was an entire waste, it's just I would have rather not done that fight. Also completely forgot which way this room... no, how this room worked, otherwise I would have gone down there first, of course. But I forgot. So I suppose the only remaining way to go is into this place, which is a big sort of illusion in the sense of you can not really see the walls too much here. You can sort of make out where you're going, and the map of course kind of breaks this a little bit, but yeah, you can't really see all too much of what's around here, so there's stuff here but we can't exactly see it yet. This is of course another sort of illusion, if you will, which we can break fairly easily, but you know, we'll just explore around a little bit and see that there really is just nothing going on for us here. So let's try and make our way around to breaking this illusion of sorts. So obviously you can see where you're going with all of these bits, which is fine. But there is a switch which we need to hit, and that switch is somewhere. I don't actually remember where it is, but you know, once we've hit that switch, this room will brighten up and all the enemies and stuff will come about as you would expect, and happy times will be had. There's a weird exit door sort of thing down there, I think. Is it an exit door or is it the door we need to go in? It might well just be the door we need to go in, because there isn't really anywhere else to go here. There is the switch, so we just go down and hit that, and I guess that was a sound effect to indicate it. I think this is just a sort of exit door, like it goes back to that, yeah, way of no return there, which is fine. It's not going to take too long to get around there again, just to sort of demonstrate the way this stage is kinda just like a bit of a douche at times when it comes to the one-wayness of everything, but it's not too bad really. Like, it's usually pretty obvious what is and isn't a one-way door here. Oh, there was no way I was getting out of that. We've already fought all of these, so I don't fancy doing so again. I mean, there's a couple of weapon drops that I could have gotten there, but I don't really care too much about them, so whatever. So yeah, now that we can actually go into these places, you can see there's absolutely nothing in this one, except a rabid enemy that wants to chew on our face for no apparent reason. Not very nice, Mr. Oh, it's not even a Mr., it's a Mrs. Bunny Masco. Not very nice. Oh god, these guys are really annoying to get around. Oh, just ambushed. Absolute ambush. I mean, I think I need to do one more fight in order to get a level up on a couple of the characters, but I want to do one specific fight, so we're not going to do just any old fight here. You can see there is actually a box in here. I'm pretty sure we weren't able to get this box before, but it has a blank scroll for Byakuren. And yeah, that's pretty much how we're going. Fake out all the enemies, just get the dudes going. Just fully exploring the map here so that you can see all of what's going on. I have a feeling this is a one-way thing again, but I kind of want to see if I can get around and take a look at that. Uh-oh, can't run away, everybody's gonna die. As you can see, Moko does counter-attack physicals sometimes. Oh, hyper trigger as well. Wow, that's pretty rough. Even this, that's also very rough. Good job we're not fighting that fight still. Because yeah, that would be kind of butts to fight. Is there a box here? No, but there is more stuff, and this is actually not a permanent exit point. At least not yet. I think that downstairs one might be. This is actually where we needed to go for the end. Oops, okay. I forgot that was the end there. So that pathway downwards definitely will be a one-way door, but I don't remember if there's another room there. And we saw in stage 9 some of the one-way doors that they had. Oh god.
Damn it! Some of the one-way doors that they had did have stuff in them, also known as boxes, which I couldn't think of the name of for some reason. But yeah, they had boxes in them as well, so we might end up having extra items that I just haven't been thinking about. Wow, that double caster by the way, that is powerful. Still only one death to it though, but whatever. More than enough
for everybody else to kill before Moko gets a turn. You can see though, even though Moko is quick at casting stuff, she is not, spell card wise, she is not quite so quick. Also, something I haven't been going into here is that a lot of my party is considered underleveled for this place. Even up to Marissa is considered underleveled, so 28 is below par for this stage of the game. Huh. How quickly things change, right? Because we were getting to be over par in stage 7, and now we're considered under par. That's weird. Anyway, Absolute Zero, we are now getting some more Stardust non-spells. Unfortunately, these have a 2-turn cooldown, and non-spells from the Stardust series don't get large cooldown stuff. This is why Marissa is much better as a Mystic attacker than as an Elemental attacker, like, primarily. Because her non-spells, the stuff that you want to be using all the time, have a cooldown. They're also kind of expensive, but so are the sparks and everything like that, so it's not too bad. But yeah, they have a cooldown, also one-way door. So you can't just use them all the time, which is one of the giant limitations when it comes to using Marissa as a physical, not a physical, elemental attacker. Anyway, we have a new enemy here as well, the Love Eggplant. These guys, I believe, have a whale, which is a party-wide attempt at instant death. So you do want a res buff here if you can, because yeah, it's not fun dealing with that. So Flying Phoenix should take care of a lot of this stuff here. They are fire weak, so yeah, Flying Phoenix is pretty good. And yeah, Sakuya is now fine. I guess Marissa's fine too, so it's only some of the time that we're getting bonus experience. Notori and Moko are both getting bonus. Aya, of course, is as well. So some of the enemies I think are higher levels than others in this place by like 1 or 2 points, and that does actually matter. So yeah. Anyway, that was pretty much an entire run through of this stage. That is oh dear, that is what this stage has to offer. So I may have missed a couple of items, I don't know. I will double check with the wiki next time, I guess, to make sure that I haven't skipped over anything. But otherwise, this has been GamerCow playing the Genius of Sephiroth, and next time, I guess because some of our characters are still considered under-leveled, we are going to do some leveling in this place. And yeah, there's a few items we can get, and I guess we can quickly just show that off. Something I really should have been doing right from the word go here, but yeah, we'll see. So these don't drop anything. This does drop the Sword Mastery, which I do want if I could get it. Also note, these enemies do have Divine Barrier, which is something I've touched on before, but basically Divine Barrier means that you do less damage based on stuff that I believe I have touched on that with Exorcism and stuff before. But yeah, they have that, so do be careful there. These guys have a shield, which I would quite like, but I'm not going to stress over too much. But it'd be nice if I could get it. These don't drop anything. These have a spear, which I don't care too much about. This Portrait Dakimakura is an upgrade of the one that we have. I think this is something I want though, Merlin stuff, so we're gonna hopefully fight more of these next time and try and get that. Otherwise, everything we've already had before. One more enemy we haven't fought in here. Obviously, if there's an angel, there's a demon equivalent, so we'll hopefully fight that next time as well. But otherwise, yeah, this has been GamerCow playing the Genius of Sephiroth once again, and next time we kick everything's butt in the inner portions of Eientei. So yeah, tune in for that.